Hello and welcome to my channel. I am Meena. Thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you are doing well. First of all, congratulations to all the Bitcoin holder. Bitcoin has crossed $30,000, the psychological barrier. We have been trying to cross $30,000 for a few days and we were unable until yesterday. So congratulations if you're holding Bitcoin, and if you were shorting Bitcoin, I wonder what were you thinking? Anyhow, that's the one good news. The second is kind of sad. Some of the very big crypto Twitter accounts were responsible for spreading this rumor that Justin Sun of Tron has been arrested in Hong Kong. And even though Justin Sun did tweet under those accounts like BitBoy, Crypto BitLord, they did not remove their tweets. So it is becoming ridiculous. We were unhappy when Elon Musk was trying to, manipulate the market with these. Now the rumors are becoming a more and more part of our daily life. It is just becoming seriously annoying. Anyhow, talking about annoying and FUD, I want to remind you that MicroStrategy is one of the biggest known holder of Bitcoin. A few days ago, Tim Cook of Apple came forward and he did say he is holding Bitcoin. I think it was not a surprise. He was holding that in his personal capacity. So the MicroStrategy, as I was talking, they are the biggest known holder of Bitcoin. They hold 1 Bitcoin of every 150 Bitcoin that exist. So just imagine that. How many Bitcoin they're holding? A lot. 1 out of every 150 Bitcoins. So they have been buying Bitcoin. So I want to show you this chart. So MicroStrategy is at now break even after the Bitcoin crossed $30,000. So they are at break even with their Bitcoin holding. So they are not in loss anymore. And the reason why, because they have been dollar cost averaging Bitcoin. They have bought Bitcoin before 2021. That's when they started. They have been buying Bitcoin ever since then. Buy Bitcoin when it was significantly higher than today's value, but they also bought Bitcoin when it was significantly lower. So because of the dollar cost averaging, now they are just breaking even on their investments. So if the Bitcoin goes above from here, they will start making profit. So that's the power of dollar cost averaging. You can never time the market. I don't know if Bitcoin will go higher from here or will go down, but what I can tell you is that if you cost average your buying, then over the time, yes, there will be a time when you will be in profit. So that's the best advice I can give you. Dollar cost averaging, it has a huge potential. This is a chart from Glassnode, and this is a chart of wallets that are holding less than 1 Bitcoin. So this class of Bitcoin holders that are holding less than 1 Bitcoin is called a shrimp class. What they are saying is that this entity class or this shrimp class is growing very rapidly in last few days. So this is a small supply we're talking about, less than 1 Bitcoin, but they're holding 1.29 million Bitcoin. And this trend has gained popularity very fast in last few days. So this means like smaller shrimp class is buying more and more Bitcoins, and the number of people who are buying this Bitcoin is also increased. And you will think why these people are buying Bitcoin. So let me give you this example. In 1913, the gold was at $20 per ounce. And then in 2023, it is at $2,000 per ounce. So from $20 to $2,000. That is 9,900% increase. And if you want to see that with respect to oil, the same case. In 1993, a barrel of crude oil was 0.95 cents, less than $1. And in 2023, it is $80.6. That is 8,384% increase. The problem is that fiat currency or US dollar is losing its value rapidly. And this was the point of Balaji's bet. So let's talk about Balaji's bet for a second. So the Balaji's bet was basically about the inflation and the downward trend of US dollar, that Bitcoin will reach $1 million in 90 days. So, well, 20 days of that bet has already gone, so we are about 70 days from that actual bet. Now, if Bitcoin is at $27,000, we will be equal to Tesla's market cap of 500 billion. So definitely we are higher somewhere here because Bitcoin is at $30,000. Now, if Bitcoin is at $100,000, it will match Apple's $2.4 trillion market cap. If Bitcoin is at $500,000, that is $500,000, then it will match gold $10 trillion market cap. And Balaji's basically bet was that Bitcoin will be at $1 million and it will match US Treasury market cap of $24 trillion. And this chart basically shows like how steeply the price of Bitcoin needs to increase before June 2023 in order to reach that bet. So we are not looking that good on the bet, but the whole point is that if you look in terms of dollar value of the commodities or even products, you will see that inflation is way too high. An ounce of gold 10 years ago is the same as ounce of gold now. But in terms of dollar, the price has inflated so much that like in 1913, it was $20 per ounce, and now it's $2,000 per ounce. It's very difficult to imagine how fast US dollar is decreasing its value. All right, so I want to show you this chart, and I think this is very similar. What is happening to Bitcoin is very similar to what happened to Bitcoin in 2019. If you see here in 2019, we have a resistance here, and if you see, Bitcoin tried to cross this resistance and it was rejected. So it was rejected once, twice, thrice, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, and then 7 times. But on the 8th attempt, it actually crossed the resistance and then it went straight up. Now, if you see that here, we also have a resistance somewhere here, and we try to break this resistance, which was around $29,000. We try to break it here 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, 7 times. And then on the 8th attempt, we actually crossed the resistance and we reached $30,000. So it seems very, very similar to what happened in 2019, because once it broke the resistance, it went straight up, which is a very possible scenario for here as well. I want you to still keep one thing in mind. When looking at Bitcoin addresses that were holding 100 Bitcoin, we have noticed that we have reached a 4-month low. So basically the whales accounts that were holding more than 100 Bitcoins, they have started decreasing. What I believe is these wallets are trying to take some profit, and they are going to move some of these assets in profits into different assets like other cryptocurrencies. So probably we will see an altcoin season very soon. This chart is very similar to the previous chart, but it shows the amount of supply last active 7 to 10 years. And it has decreased tremendously now. It has reached its all-time low of 5 years. So we are talking about accounts that were holding Bitcoin and they were not active in last 7 to 10 years, and now they are becoming active. So if you look at those accounts that were not active in last 7 to 10 years, that have decreased a lot and they have reached all-time low. So what is happening, again, as I explained, people are trying to take profit of their Bitcoin investments, and then I believe this money will flow into altcoins. So this is one scenario, but we also want to keep in mind, like, you don't want to just in case Bitcoin goes to all-time high from here, Bitcoin halving is now 1 year away. So the best part is that you have to kind of play both games, keep your money in Bitcoin and also take some profit. So you can take that profit, put into altcoins while they are low, wait for an alt run, and when altcoins are doing well, take the profit and put that back into Bitcoin. You will never be able to time the market perfectly, so that's why I think dollar cost averaging is your best bet, as I explained before, as MicroStrategy is doing. So anyhow, this is whole video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to give it a like. I will see you soon. Happy investing.